Okay, we're gonna go check on the yard. Come on, Moose. Come on. Where you at? You gotta go tell everybody what's going on. Thank you. Alright, friends. Got a lot of stuff to update you on. We have quite a lot of growth in our green stalks. I think the last time you saw this was probably January? No, December maybe. And I'm sure everything wasn't as flush and grown in, but things have been growing in really well. Some strawberries have been commandeered by a little mouse that's been living in our grill, but rosemary's doing good. Some of the flowers that we put in there have been doing really good. I mean, you could tell from the impatiens and some of the other flowers we got in here, they are doing super great. This took me a while to figure it out, but I think back in December, we were talking about this. We're like, I don't know, it's growing in here with this dinosaur and I can't get it out. And it's just rooted in there. Yep, pretty sure it's a lily from the past that I must have just dumped out after Easter and used it as, soil. Just put the soil in thinking it was dead. And I think it's growing back because this kind of looks like a lily, doesn't it? So that's a happy accident. I have some transplanted herbs like we have a lemon thyme and the German thyme over there that were previously in our vegetable bags or containers, but they're not. We moved them. Puppies are doing real good. It's a little warm for them. Hey boys. Hey yo. You hot already? We just got out here. Oh, okay. Well, we won't stay out too long because it's just quite warm. But I just want to show you guys, we moved one of the roses over here. This is a Granada rose. And then we just moved one of the extra containers over here. Mostly on account of we need to figure out how to put irrigation to them. But we haven't had a chance yet because post-op life is a lot. But I want to stand back and show you guys the sweet almond bush did not get trimmed down at all this year, really. We had to take a few things over here off just because they were in the neighbor's yard, but it is coming in super full and super flush, and we are getting a lot of great bees out here. And then I don't know if you can tell, one of my neighbors was nice and gave me this beauty. I think they're begonias. I don't remember, but I don't know if you can tell, but there's some white orchids back there that are coming from this plant. But then this one over here, you can see the orchids haven't quite opened up yet, and they're going to be opening up soon, I think. And this tree has turned into a moose snack. It's pretty much, he just snacks on it. He comes out in the morning, he snacks on it. Comes out in the afternoon, he snacks on it. He's a silly boy. But actually, speaking of the orchids, I forgot. We have orchids blooming on the porch. They're all blooming, although it's been a little hard keeping up with all the watering, and unfortunately this one here, some of the blooms fell off, but we got lots of beautiful blooms on the porch orchids. I love these speckled ones. They're so fun. Don't worry, Wally, we're not leaving yet. You okay? You just taking it easy here, Moose? So we covered these. Let's talk about our vegetable section. You guys know that this is normally my vegetable area, and it still is, except for we're transitioning out some of our cool winter crops into our summer crops. So we got some tomatoes, this little green stalk tower where I took the 5th layer off of all 3 and I made one. It's doing okay. Pretty much anywhere you see one of those chopsticks means that I put something in it. Ooh, look, butterfly. Okay, but anyways, so this container at the end had some Brussels sprout seedlings. It didn't work out, but then this earth box did, and I've been harvesting, a lot of collard greens, making a lot of soup, but it's going pretty strong, and so I don't really want to take it out until it becomes a problem, although there are starting to become some signs of something eating it. But more importantly, I wanted to show you guys, look at my Brussels sprouts. These are probably the most Brussels sprouts and the biggest Brussels sprouts I've ever gotten. And it's about time. I probably should have harvested them a while ago, but I was just like, no, they can keep going. But it's interesting, like one bucket over, you could see there's that one, and there's another one back over there. All planted at the same time. Just this one worked out. The others did it. I don't know. Do you understand how this works, Wally? Wally's been eating the Brussels sprouts that I've picked up. Actually, Moose has been too. Yeah, you happy boy. Yeah. It's starting to get warm, so we're going to be getting them their summer cuts soon, so they can go swimming at the park again. Okay, we got some more stuff to update, but I need to go because there's a bear in the way, so I'm going to go around the other side, which actually works out okay. Oh no, that was actually hanging up there. It must have fallen off with all the wind yesterday, but that's kind of a wasp preventative measure. Their neighbors were kind enough to share with us. This bin, both waiting to be redone. This bin has a huge oregano in it, but I'm getting ready to plant some more in it. Have some peppers started here that were direct sowed. Obviously some are taking, some aren't. That's fine. And then the squashes, got those going. This earth box is going to have some tomatoes in it. But I kind of am rethinking about how I want to do the tomatoes, because the earth box says you could put 2 tomatoes in, and that's fine, but here, I'll show you. Like this, there's 2 tomatoes here, but there are so much overlap, and I'm just worried about it getting diseases and mildew problems because there's not enough air circulation. So I'm thinking about just trying 1 tomato per, because I have 2 in that one already, and I was going to put 2 over here. But I think, well, I bought this tomato. This is a sun cherry, which is also what technically one of those is over there. And those, there's a German queen and a sun cherry, which were previously cuttings from this box. And I had taken the cuttings a couple weeks, 2 weeks before we got a little bit of Florida frost, put them in over there thinking, well, if they take, they take, if not, whatever. The frost killed the established tomatoes, and somehow the cuttings survived and thrived. But anyways, that's the extended pole for the earth box, and you can tell that it's just, I mean, it's taking over the 2 plants. And then I was at Home Depot and I saw that they had the sun cherries again, and I was like, oh, that's so great. I got it, and it's sort of taking, but the plants don't look super healthy when you get up close to it. So I decided we'll just put 1 tomato in and then maybe put like a squash or something down here. So we'll see. What you guys doing? They're watching my husband inside working. Now, I'm going to go through the whole lineup over here, but I'll probably do a specific update later about the roses. But long story short, we're going to try some peppers over there. We got lots of roses doing great. We have the Dark Desire. We have the regular tomatoes. I want to say this is the this was the Red Intuition one. More tomatoes with some kale and some basil. Then we have Double Delight, Mr. Lincoln, 2 tomatoes, the Portlandia, some more peppers that we're going to try down here as we walk past the Amaranth that's self-seeding everywhere. I'm not sure if those are going to work out. And then our Joseph's Coat, which got moved over here, it's doing really well. And I'm kind of hoping that this vine from our neighbor's tree will help hold it up without becoming too crazy. But I'm most excited about is this butterfly bush. I mean, among other things, that was over here and it wasn't doing really well. So we transplanted it over here, and it is just ginormous. And we have some of the little, oh shoot, I can't remember what they're called. The little yellow balls. Oh, it'll come to me later. But anyways, we've had a lot of great butterflies over here. And speaking of, not that it's the same. Hey, Wally, are you checking on it? I think it finally died. My husband pointed this, we rescued this moth. He can't fly, and he was out front, yeah, doing that pretty much. So we put him in back where at least there's some plants here he might be able to eat. But he's pretty stubborn, so he won't let me pick him up. But we moved him briefly back here, because at least there's some jasmine and plants down here if he wants, but I don't think he's gonna make it very long. Little friend, let me hope. Well, we'll let him settle out. But Wally, our cow's still here. But what I am excited to share is You guys can't smell it, but my jasmine plant is finally starting to grow in and starting to bloom. And I am getting all the good jasmine smells. And I can't imagine when it's fully grown in how good it's going to smell. So while the bucket, Molly, be gentle. Yeah, just be gentle. Gentle. Thank you. While the rest of the bucket might be crazy and have volunteer tomatoes and random snapdragon seeds I must have put in, and my extra green onions that I don't have room for. The jasmine is doing well, and that's what counts. And other than that, the finger lime is doing good. Lots of new growth, and somehow this stuff didn't die during the frost. Our volunteer coyote tomatoes over here, they're doing good. And that one, well, we're gonna work on that later. But I got some warm puppies, and my phone's gonna overheat, so we're gonna head in. But that's kind of where the garden's at, and I'll be sharing a rose update soon. Bye, friends. You ready to go in, big guy? Yeah, okay, big fella. Let's go in. Yeah, you guys are getting warm. Okay, puppies.